aware of 7 things that can affect your vibrational frequency. This is Savani Sis, here to activate your sukha,
your inner joy.
So we're all about feeling good, right? This is Savani Sis.
Yes, exactly.
So what's important about feeling good? Well, when you feel good, you emit a positive, high vibrational frequency out into the universe. And remember, when you're feeling good and you're sending this frequency out into the universe, you are attracting back to you good things, whether that's in relationships, people, circumstances, events, and situations. So to maintain higher vibrational frequencies, and that's what you want to do because you want to attract good things into your life, there are 7 things to be aware of. And yes, 7 things in terms of quantum physics that will affect your vibrational frequency. So the first thing is thoughts. The thoughts you send out into the universe will affect your vibrational frequency. When you have negative thoughts, you are sending a negative thought out to the universe. That brings back negative circumstances, events, situation, and people in your life. And that reinforces negative emotions because you're experiencing those things. And if you have a negative emotion, that's lowering your vibrational frequency. It could also be when you're thinking of past woes, past events, situations, or people that have done you wrong. So you could just be sitting in a place absolutely fine, but having very negative thoughts about things that happened in the past, and that can make you feel awful at that moment in time. And again, that's lowering your vibrational frequency. If you spend most of the time in the day, every day, thinking about these things, you're pretty much going to have a low vibrational frequency most of the time. And so what is the solution to this one? The solution is pay attention to your thoughts. Be in the present moment. If you're in the present moment, you're much more aware of what you're thinking, and then you can change it. Awareness is the first step to change. Meditation is also another good tool to be aware of your thoughts. Have you noticed when you sit down and meditate, you notice all these thoughts going past? Your mind is thinking, stuff from the past, things you've got to do in the future, things that you're worried about. But that's good. It's good because you're noticing that you're having these thoughts, and that's what you want to do. If you notice it, you can let it go.
And this is how you overcome yourself. This is the skill of self-awareness. You're practicing it just by merely sitting down and meditating. The fact that you're aware of all these thoughts, and oh my God, for like 5 minutes I was thinking about the past, or 5 minutes I was thinking about all the stuff I have to do in the future. Shit, I was not in the present moment. That is self-awareness, guys.
So when you're having thoughts, just say stop, cancel. What am I doing? Create a pattern, interrupt the pattern of thoughts that you have. If they're negative, create an interruption in those pattern of thoughts so that it stops you in your tracks and you can change it. Or if you can't change it at that moment, you can just observe it. Be the observer, the consciousness observing those thoughts. So that in itself can help you to raise your vibrational frequency because you're no longer allowing those thoughts to make you feel a certain way. The second thing is, who do you hang out with? Your income is the average of your 5 best friends. What does that mean, Kashmir?
Well, who you associate with is so important. Who do you hang around with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Think about it. Remember, we said in previous videos that our brain is a transmitter and receiver of frequency, energy, and vibration. It is also picked up by other brains, meaning we are picking up other people's brain frequencies. So if they're thinking low vibrational thoughts and you're hanging around with them for several hours a day, think about it. You're picking up their low vibrational frequencies, and now you're actually feeling low by the end of the day, and you think, but why? How did this happen? Oh yeah, I was hanging around with someone that's super negative, right? So it's really important to choose your friends wisely. Choose who you associate with wisely. If you have a choice, which you always do, you can even attract like-minded people. If you have a lot of negative people in your life, just by you merely changing yourself, you will start attracting like-minded, positive vibrational people that you will appreciate, that you will be so grateful for, that you will think you're so enriching and fulfilling for me to have in my life, because now I'm actually thinking better thoughts, I'm in great vibrational presence. You actually start feeling better because you're associating with the right people. So this makes a huge difference.
So the key thing is spend time in solitude. Do the work on yourself to raise your vibrational frequency, and in that way you'll be attracting, like Kashmir said, more like-minded people.
Yes.
And then you're not going to be around negative people. But let's say if your family is negative, it's not like you can cut them out of your life, or you might not be able to distance yourself as much, but there might be certain things that you can do to not see them as much, but still have them in your life. But that is when you really do want to work on yourself and get your vibration up, because when you get your vibration up, it will lift other people's vibrations up, your family's vibration. They will change when you change, when your vibrational frequency changes. And that's why the inner work that you do to yourself, rather than trying to change somebody else, is change yourself first. So be careful who you choose to hang out with most of the time. You want to choose friends that are going to lift you up, that's going to raise your vibrational frequency.
And when you get those precious moments of solitude, this is where you want to savor it. You want to milk it. This is where you want to do the inner work, because this is like you going to the drawing board and finally being the Michelangelo of your life. You're finally creating what you want in your life, and then your environment will start changing once you step out of your solitude.
And number 3 is music. Music can affect your vibrational frequency. Do you know that music is so powerful because it moves you? Yes. Music can bring you to tears. It can make you feel love. It can make you feel sorrow. It can also be a neuro association for something that happened in the past, whether it's good or bad. And so music is very powerful in altering your vibrational frequency and how you feel. Some music has very negative lyrics. It comes from a very dark place. If you were to calibrate music and actually measure its vibrational frequency, you will find, and actually somebody called Dr. David Hawkins did do this. He calibrated different music, and he found that heavy metal and rap music actually had a lower vibrational frequency, calibrated low, whereas classical music, and there were some other types of music that was very uplifting, actually had a higher vibrational frequency. The solution is very important on what type of music you listen to. And in fact, if you say to yourself, well, I only listen to rap music, or I only listen to heavy metal, or how will I like classical music? Music has a universal language. If it holds a vibrational frequency, a very high one, even if you're not into the music, it will affect you. I don't listen to classical music, but there are certain types of classical music that creates goosebumps. I feel goosebumps, and I'm thinking, why do I feel something? I'm feeling, oh my gosh, I'm feeling something amazing inside of me, and I've got goosebumps all over me. It's because that music is creating that. It's actually holding a high vibrational frequency, and that affects me. So choose your music wisely as well. The 4th thing is things you look at. What are you looking at? What are you reading? What kind of stuff do people look at?
Oh, people look at the news, soap operas even.
The media.
Depressing
films.
Social media, depressing films, listening to bad music like the previous point. You see, all this lowers your vibrational frequency.
If you're watching the news all day long, and then at the end of the day, you say, why do I feel so low? Or I don't feel that good. And I was feeling really good the other day. It's because what have you been looking at? What have you been focusing on all day long? And the news, unfortunately, has more negative news and fear-based information. So it keeps you in fear, it keeps you in those survival emotions, which lowers your immune system and will affect your health. It affects your vibrational frequency, it disempowers you. Remember this, news disempowers you. You think news is important because I need to know what's going on in the world. First of all, is it even correct what the news is showing? So you've got to question that. You don't want to take everything in that the news is saying. And the second thing is it's very negative. It disempowers you because it makes you feel awful. It makes you feel negative. And then you're much more easier to be controlled by something else outside of you rather than you being in control of yourself.
It puts you in the state of fear, and fear is paralysis, and fear lowers your immune system. Remember, the body follows the mind. So if your mind is actually positive, you're actually nourishing your immune system, guys. This is very insidious what the news does, okay? Because it knows that fear is the weakest, most lowest vibration, and that is actually what causes a host of illnesses and diseases in your body. It's not such a physical thing, it's actually a vibrational frequency thing that is lowering your immune system. So just by empowering yourself with positivity, with upliftment, with filling yourself with gratitude and love, you are actually nourishing your health, guys. The body follows the mind, remember that.
So the other thing, well, studies have shown that looking at Facebook and Instagram all the time and scrolling all day long actually makes people feel anxious, low self-esteem, not feel worthy enough, and depression as well. And so if you're thinking about why is depression and anxiety going up in the world, that could be part of the contribution, social media. So stay away from social media, or give yourself breaks. We're not saying don't go on it at all, but just give yourself a break from it and focus on something good. So the solution to this is, Kashmeer already touched upon it, but read the right books, the inspiring books.
Inspiring books like Rhonda Byrne's The Power, they're actually infused with positive vibrational frequency. When Rhonda Byrne wrote the book, she filled herself up with love. She actually made sure that she conjured and generated the vibration and frequency of love before she wrote the book. So just imagine the energy that has gone behind writing these books. There's also, some of you may have not heard of it, but it's the Science of Personal Mastery course by our guru Kevin Trudeau. He also infused the words in that newsletters with a high vibration of love. So even merely just reading those words will lift your vibration up. It's that powerful.
So that's why books are very powerful, because it's the vibration behind the words and who it actually came from, who wrote it, and the intention behind it. And so what you read is very important, what you listen to is very important, and what you look at is very important. And that will help you. If you're looking at all the right things, listening to all the right things, that will raise your vibrational frequency. It won't lower it like everything else we talked about.
And you can be in control of your social media as well. For Instagram, you can choose who you want to follow, remember? You can unfollow the ones that aren't serving you well. You can follow motivational gurus, positive gurus, ones that are conscious or woke, here to serve planet Earth, here to push humanity forward, because you'll always guarantee, most likely get positive feed on your posts that will uplift and inspire you when you check Instagram out. So you can be in control of your social media as well, so don't use that as an excuse.
And the fifth thing is the environment. Are you in a messy environment? Everything holds a vibration, everything, right? Whether it's a piece of paper, a pen, a book, everything holds a vibration, everything's emitting a frequency. So if you live in a place or have an office where it's completely messy, there's like rubbish all over the place, on the desk, on the floor, there's no space, you're hoarding, you are full of clutter, then that actually affects your vibrational frequency. You may not know it, but it does, because everything's holding a vibration. It's a haphazard vibration that's in the air, in the atmosphere, and it's actually affecting your vibration. And also what you're doing is you're sending a message to the universe to say, I'm not open and ready to receive, because you've got no space, you're not allowing any space around you.
Blocking energy. There's a whole energy science to this, guys.
So the solution to your environment is clean it up. Clean up your environment.
Clean and organize.
There's actually a reason why we make our beds in the morning, is because making the bed, arranging your clothes in such a way and folding them up affects the vibration of that room, affects the vibration of your day. So it's so important that you take note in cleaning up your mess. And when you clean it up, you're then giving that message to the universe that I'm ready to receive. So that's your environment. That's another one that affects your vibrational frequency. The sixth thing is use your words wisely. What you say to yourself and what you say about others. Are you bitching about other people? Are you talking badly of others? Are you talking badly of yourself? It could be so unconscious that you might not even realize that you're doing it. I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't do this, I can't do that. So be aware of the words, the negative self-talk, because that can lower your vibrational frequency, and you may be unknowingly doing it. So you're doing it in such a way that you start to say to yourself, why don't I feel good today? It's because you might have been saying these negative things to yourself, and making yourself feel like you can't achieve something or you can't be something or have something. Take note of that, and you can change that. You can change your words so that they become more positive. The other thing is, look for the gold in other people, because it's very easy to judge. We all do it, but if you're aware of it, you can stop yourself from going down that route. So stop judging others, treat others with more compassion, practice compassion, look for the gold in people.
Have an understanding attitude as well.
Yeah. When you really look for the gold in people and have that understanding attitude, it raises your vibrational frequency. You feel good. You feel good because you're looking at others in a way that you're looking for the good in others, and that comes back to you. So that's the 6th thing. The 7th, the last thing, is gratitude. When you're not feeling grateful, that can lower your vibrational frequency. Gratitude is the greatest state of receivership. So practice gratitude, and if you say to yourself, I don't feel gratitude, I'm saying thank you this, thank you that, but I don't feel it, is because you're not practiced the feeling enough. Practice it every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes when you get into the car, when you're driving to work or you're commuting. Just a few minutes, say to yourself, I'm going to really make myself focus on gratitude and practice feeling it. And you'll find it becomes easier with time, and that raises your vibrational frequency, because gratitude is
It's
one
the
of the
highest expression of love.
That's it. So that's our 7 things to be aware of that will affect your vibrational frequency. If you're aware of it, you can do something about it and you can change it.
So I hope that was a cute little inspiration for you. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button so this YouTube video reaches more people, and we shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.